My name's Zeo, and welcome once again to another Coffee with Zeo. This is a more freeform, unscripted, podcasty sort of thing that we like to do on the channel around this time each month. This is where we discuss the current state of NGS as well as let you know what else I've been up to. Not gonna be much in the way of supporting visuals here, so go ahead and throw this sucker on in the background while you go do dailies or household chores or whatever. I guess we'll start by talking about that other game, the one that just came out last week. My overall thoughts on the game are, I don't like it. Just not my thing. Half-ass controller support, can't even remap the damn buttons, can't even navigate menus with the damn thing either. Why even have it in the first place? You can't even use the character that you probably spent hours working on right out of the gate either. That just feels immersion breaking. I've also heard some not so good things about that company, like literally ripping assets from other games. But literally every single company in existence has done bad shit like that. Maybe not necessarily plagiarism, but no one's on the up and up. So if I were to only do business with Perfect Little Angels, I'd have nothing to watch, nothing to play, nothing to eat, nothing to drink, nothing. I messed around with it for about 30 or 45 minutes and realized rather quickly that it just wasn't for me. So off my computer it went. And you know what? I don't feel bad at all. It's okay not to like the flavor of the month. So, a good chunk of PSO2 peeps have hopped on that train, and they seem to be enjoying themselves. Of course, this caused a drop in Twitch viewership in that category, which meant fresh meat for the Doomer crowd. Oh my god, look at how few people are streaming this game. It's so dead. Yeah, the usual NGS Doomer speak. I think this speaks to a problem that we have not just as gamers or consumers, but as humans.
Wait, what do you mean by that, Zeo? Explain yourself.
Let me ask you this. What is the universal language? It's not music, it's numbers. That's right. Whether your mother tongue is English, Spanish, French, Japanese, Chinese, whatever, everyone understands numbers, and they influence our day-to-day decision-making, whether we realize it or not. We tend to place way too much value on certain metrics, like in this case, a game's concurrent Twitch viewership. We've got the PlayStation crowd coming in 2 weeks, and I hope this doesn't send the wrong message to them. So I think by and large, this can be chalked up to current game doesn't have much going for it and people need a break. This new game that's similar comes out and provides that respite. Eventually the honeymoon phase will wear off and people will come back to current game. We've seen it before, we'll see it again. But really though, outside of some sweaty min-maxing and bleeding edge raid content, 99% of MMO streams on Twitch are glorified just chatting. Anyway, enough about that. So Waker came out earlier this month and I have been thoroughly enjoying it so far. It could use some balance and UX adjustments like a louder parry sound and less strict timing. Some of the PAs could be a little bit faster too, but all in all, I'm enjoying it. This actually makes me look forward to see what they'll do with Gunblades next year. The new Cannonball Quest just came out and it's pretty fun. It's a pretty chill solo experience too. There isn't really any meaningful loot outside of capsules though. But this is just part 1 and these are just tier 1, so I imagine they're going to be expanding on these things. As I'm sure some of you have seen, PSO2 NGS comes to Prime Gaming August 22nd. Hopefully the exclusive rewards they're talking about aren't as meager as, say, Xbox Game Pass. Apart from the potentially meager rewards, I don't really see any downside to this, and I guess this means at some point we'll have Twitch drops. More eyes on the game, potentially leading to more players, is never a bad thing.
But you just quit after 2 weeks.
Okay, Doomer. You don't know that. We all want more people playing the game, right? So we have Prime Gaming, PlayStation, and the HoloLive collab coming up. That should bring plenty of attention to the game. So what else have I been up to as of late? Well, since people like the anniversary tribute so much, I thought it would be cool to do that with other games. So I started work on a script for a 30th anniversary retrospective of Final Fantasy V. I know what you're thinking, isn't that the weird middle child of the 16-bit Final Fantasies? It got skipped over back in the day because Square felt it was too hard for the average Western gamer, and RPGs were still pretty new at the time. Final Fantasy V was going to be our Final Fantasy III back in the early 90s. The original Final Fantasy didn't come out in the States until 1990, and 2 and 3 in Japan were skipped over. So when it came time to bring 4 over, they called that one Final Fantasy II over here. The Final Fantasy III that we did get back in the day was actually 6 in Japan. They did fix the numbering after 7 came out though. The story behind the fan translation was also pretty wild. It's crazy to think that a group of teenagers not only beat a multi-million-dollar company to the punch on something, but did a better job than them. These things had practically no documentation back then, so these guys were shooting their shot in the dark, figuring out how to get the English text into the game. It's been a pretty interesting rabbit hole. I'm about 50 or 68% of the way done with the script, so now I ask you, gentle viewer, what do you guys think? Enjoying that other game? Not your cup of tea either? You know how much I love chopping it up with you guys in the comments section and on the streams. Twitch.tv/Zeomantic. Come on by and hang out sometime. We'd love to have you. We talk about these sorts of things all the time. Anyway, that's gonna do it. I hope you enjoy whatever you're playing right now, as well as the rest of your day. And remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, farewell.